to the world. Subscribe now to the Hot 97 YouTube channel. It's Ebro in the Morning with Laura Stylez and Rosenberg.
On the list of congratulations, I played myself. I'm giving it to myself today because I saw Funk Flex, who is a listen, man. The man likes to be a part of a conversation, all right? Constantly promoting, constantly starting convo. That's what he does. And he does it on his Instagram. I see him post something about Tekashi 6ix9ine and playing his music again and comparing, all rappers who have cooperated with the police. People really love to remix history out here. The main issue with Tekashi 6ix9ine wasn't this just that he cooperated with police. That wasn't it. The main issue was he was antagonizing people, going around the country trying to get people to act violently towards him while knowing he was cooperating with the feds the entire time.
Right.
He was trying to entrap people, man. People really forgot that part?
I think they did. I do.
People don't remember anything, bro. They don't. They
People forgot like
everything.
he was showing up in neighborhoods like, yo, come see me right now. I'm by myself. And then to come to find out he was wearing a wire and was already cooperating. And all. Bro, it wasn't just like he got caught up in something and ended up trying to not go to jail. Then when he got in court, he just started naming names. Like that was another level of it all.
It's such a great point. It wasn't just at the end cooperating.
There was a whole lead up. And by the way, I'm not a street dude, so I'm just watching from the sidelines. I never y'all know, the whole city of New York was angry with me because I was not supporting this even before we found out about the recordings and everything that he was doing. I just didn't like the music and I didn't like what he's perpetuating. In my opinion, there's individuals that put out music in an effort to change the world they live in. What I saw was an individual who was perpetuating and wanting to cause chaos. That's what I saw. And then you weren't that talented. Well, it was all an Instagram troll and noise. So anyway, right, so I see Flex put this post up, and my dumb ass has to jump in the comments. Hit me with the button. Because
congratulations.
Now,
you played yourself.
Now, my stupid ass, I've had to talk about this person again, and this audio is going to go out, and I'm going to have him and all of his people in my comments trying to say something.
When I was
having a beautiful January, I had just told myself how beautiful life was. It was chill. We was having positive vibes around the show. You know what I'm saying? My health is great. My family's great. Everything's great. And my dumb ass had to go past Funk Flex's page, leave a comment.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
And now I'm here talking about it on the radio.
The Monk and Meyer.
Wow. Wait, Rosenberg, were you part of this too?
Oh, I jumped in and commented as well, sure.
Oh,
damn.
Congratulations.
What the heck?
But my comment wasn't so much about what Flex was saying. It's about the video that Flex posted of him just counting, of 6ix9ine just counting stacks of cash and posting like Louis Vuitton boxes. I just commented, yo, the feds must pay great. Because I don't understand where the money's coming from. People paying attention. I don't get it.
I'm sure he's getting bookings out here, bro.
Where?
I mean, a lot of people go to a lot of different countries. People, look, man, people forget
I guess you're right.
The kid, before he was even on our radar, was getting bookings in, Poland and Russia as an artist before he got caught up in whatever situation he got caught up in.
Hey, I believe you. I just don't get it. That's
the way the story goes. I've read
and I don't know. Actually, no, I take that back. I don't believe you. I think the money's coming from elsewhere. I think there are people who are invested still in him being around. I think he's always had that. It's always been supported by other more sinister things.
I can't believe you guys got looped into this.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
See, Flex is good. That's why Flex posts are effective.
Yo, man, they are. Really, lit digital DJs.
Yep, at Funk Flex. You see what time it is?
You know what I mean? Laura, what you got on your list today?
I just saw this story in the Daily News. A woman from Pennsylvania decided to visit New York, the Empire State Building. Except when she was walking in, there's metal detectors. And she forgot she had a gun. So she was charged with criminal possession of a weapon. But my whole thing is like, how do you forget you have a gun? To me, it's like, what? Like, it's a gun. Well, it's not a lighter.
It is a lighter to some people.
It's not a wallet. Like,
it is a wallet to some
about?
people. It is,
like
Laura.
your phone,
If you leave the house every day and by the door you have your keys, your wallet, and your gun, she grabbed her keys, her wallet, her gun, her makeup bag, and went on about her day to the World Trade Center. She wasn't thinking.
Let me go visit another state and walk around and, whoopsie, forgot that I have my gun.
She might have forgot that New York was another state, man. Where in Pennsylvania does she live?
I can't. I cannot.
Listen, I forget that New Jersey and New York is different places all the time.
Stop it.
I travel back and forth all the time. I'm like, it's basically the same.
I think it's just, Laura, it's just hard for us to relate to the idea of it. But I think Ebro is probably right. People are casual about grabbing their gun with them on the way out the door, like it's their pager in 1997.
Sure. You know how many people try to get in spots and you'll see them stash a little knife or something in the bushes outside because they, I didn't realize that this place
I've never seen that, but
what parties are you going to?
He's right. He's not lying. He's not making
He's not lying, but I've never seen it. I would never admit to seeing it.
Oh, you would never admit. Keyword.
No, right, but it happens. To the best of us. To the best of us.
I can't believe that so many people walk around with a knife.
What?
No, just hear me out. Hear me out. Meaning like regular people seemingly. I assume they're not murderers, right? They're not knife killers. They're not walking around murdering people with a knife.
Right.
Well, they might if they need to protect themselves.
Right. I just don't know that, is that's the method you want to have if you need to have to kill someone? Is a stabbing? That just seems so unpleasant.
Well can't carry a gun.
Guns are loud.
That's a problem.
Man.
Guns are loud.
Well, and you get in more trouble to carry a gun. You can't just, you get a year off of it. So,
anyone tried the wacky thing of don't go to the place where you might need to stab or shoot someone?
Well, but some people are just going home. They
don't take the subway?
You got to get home.
You don't have to stash a gun outside of your house. It's outside. We're talking about burying it in the dirt outside of a club. Maybe just skip the club.
No, but what they're saying is they forgot.
Oh, and they can't put it anywhere. They took an Uber.
Can't put it anywhere. You're stuck in the line.
Right.
Yo,
they took
honestly,
an Uber.
They just actually, you know what? It's not even that far. They might not even have thought to bring it to the club. They just have it on them all the time. It's that part.
All the time.
Listen, I hear you
guys.
Let
me go stash my gun in the bushes while I go party.
No,
Not the gun.
You guys, we moved on from guns to knives, man.
Oh, sorry, knives
up.
too. All of it is hit the button, man. I'm with Laura.
Sometimes you gotta make sure you get home.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Well, you guys live in a nice, pristine bubble, man.
Right.
Not everybody lives in your pristine, clean bubble. They got to figure out how to get from point A to point B.
For the record, there are more people than not who don't live in the pristine bubble who still don't walk around with a knife or gun.
I don't know, man.
I don't know about that stat, man.
People got everything out here, man. Pepper spray, guns, whatever.
Yeah,
it's just to walk to the store, Rosenberg. It's not even like...
Well, pepper spray is a smart one. That's a good one. That's a good one.
But it's just a form of always having some type of protection on you because you never know what's going to happen. That's really Laura got pepper spray. That's equal to somebody.
Yeah, Laura, you might as well just grab a gun.
Grab a knife, Laura.
Well, see, the knife thing, since we're talking about it, the knife thing is a close proximity element that you have to, if you're going to use it, you're going to be up close to somebody.
You got to be ready.
Pepper spray, at least you can keep them off you. You know what I'm saying? That's why people prefer guns, too, is because I don't have to get so close. You know what I mean? The knife, I'm not, what's your man from Marvel? I can't hit you from 50 feet with a knife.
You're not Captain Jack Sparrow. I mean,
I'm not.
Nah, I bring my 2 legs though, and they're ready.
See,
Ghostface and Jadakiss.
See, I ain't got it, bro. My left knee's
That's
done,
true.
So
You can't bring your legs.
I got to stand here and figure this out. Rosenberg, what you got on your list today?
Well, guys, correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't it earlier in this segment when Ebro said Funk Flex always has to weigh in on every topic? There are some who would make the same argument about our friend Ebro, who this weekend jumped in on the new Martin Luther King statue in Boston.
That's not a Martin Luther King statue. That's just some arms.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
And as he continues to do right now, is making it sound like it's trash because it doesn't have a picture of Dr. King and Coretta Scott-King's face.
I don't like it. If I can't see their faces, I don't like it.
And accused it of being part of like the history of people not wanting to see black people embrace. And
It is.
And and so many other things. And by the way, you weren't alone. The whole internet had to jump in on this. Everyone was all over it, hating this thing. It looks like trash. It's this. It's that. First of all, well, two things. One, I've heard that in person it's absolutely amazing and totally stands out from everything else. And the fact that we complain in this country specifically about statues, about what gets honored. And now specifically an artist, a black artist, Hank Willis Thomas, from Jersey, lives in Brooklyn, who does almost all of his art about black culture, etc., creates this amazing piece honoring the love of Martin Luther King and Coretta Scott-King, honoring the embrace after he won the Nobel Peace Prize. A relationship, by the way, that has always been torn apart by the media and the public. Oh, you know, he's a cheater. You know this. You know that. Finally, we get this beautiful thing to honor them, and people just don't like the style of art, so they rip it apart. Nah,
They just don't. I don't like it.
Wait, where is the statue?
It's in Boston.
Oh, I'm with Ebro. They didn't want to see a black face.
They didn't want to put no black faces up in Boston.
I'm sorry, I hated it too. I didn't like it.
No, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Let's get really into it. If we weren't triggered by the reality, the artist may not be involved in the erasure of the black features across the planet. And the fact that there's not a single statue of two black people loving on each other and showing an embrace and loving embrace, probably anywhere. We're just triggered by it. It's not his fault, the artist. The interpretation is great.
But you haven't seen
the
it.
expression
It might
is
be
great.
dope.
It
You
might
haven't
be
seen
dope. It might be dope, but unfortunately, the way it landed to me was
Who hasn't seen it? A person who hasn't seen it.
What is this? I saw a photo. I saw a photo of it.
I know.
And up close, I might walk up to him and be like, "Yo, this is grandiose. This is beautiful."
Did you
This
know
is
that
all
it
these
existed?
things."
Did you know that it existed as a thing prior to Friday?
I saw what
It's had an
everybody else
entire
saw.
countdown for
That
years.
sounds great, but
No,
I
but
want to see black features and
but
black love as a black person who had grew up in this country, triggered by the fact that black people are always put in the back. Black people are in the back.
You're
black
yelling.
people are in the kitchen. Black people's noses are shot off the effing this. Black people get vandalized on this. When you put up a Martin Luther King, Coretta Scott-King statue, I want me. This is me. The man has the right to do whatever art he wants to, and art is up into interpretation, correct? My feeling of the art was I want to see Martin Luther King Jr. and Coretta Scott-King's faces. That's what I wanted to see.
But
Where's the other Martin Luther King statue?
What do you mean? There's a monument in D.C. where I'm from. There's a huge monument, but it's just
All
of
right.
Dr. King, no Coretta Scott-King. I've never seen Coretta Scott-King in anything. So to me, listen, it's not that you don't have the right to like it. Of course you don't. You don't have to like it. Of course you can think it's not my type of art.
That's right.
But for me to kill it because it's not your vision of it,
I didn't kill it. I just said I said interpretation like this is better off in a museum. Where people actually go to a place and they stand and they take interpretation of art.
But that's what it is. They have a whole description of it when you get there. It's not just sitting there like no one knows what it is. And it had a huge countdown and unveiling. It's been a years-long thing.
I saw that part. I saw the video.
Discussed.
I saw it on TV. That's great.
My main thing is this, though. We can't wait till we see it. We all have to jump in and decide on Twitter the day it drops, this sucks. On a celebration of Dr. King and Coretta, whose relationship I've never seen celebrated anywhere. I'm sorry. Listen, you have the right not to like it, but I have the right to give you.
That sounds great, and that sounds great. That sounds great. Give me the button.
Congratulations.
I just have the right to do
You
it.
played yourself.
And let me give the button. And let me give the button right back to everyone else that continues to act like we get to see black people embrace and iconic black people in love. We don't get to see it. And
but you did hear, and you don't like it because it's not the way you wanted it.
We don't see them. We don't see them.
Because it's not their faces. It's art, man.
I want to see black people's faces and black love.
The black faces would help. It would help.
I mean, if I don't have to say what is this,
Right.
When I look
But
at
you
it.
wouldn't if you saw it. That's the problem with Twitter. You wouldn't go, what is this?
Yes, I
You'd
would.
walk up to it and see what it is.
No,
the
if I-
picture's everywhere. Everyone knows what it's based on.
Yes, you're
I'm gonna
right.
be
You're
honest.
right about that.
No,
but everyone has.
Everyone
didn't
doesn't
know.
know what it's
I
based
didn't know
on.
until I saw Ebro post that picture.
No
of it,
one knows
and-
anything. We're all basing it on Twitter threads.
No, but listen,
no one's
Rosenberg.
actually
Just
living
arms.
it.
But
Nobody
listen,
recognizes
Rosenberg,
those arms, bro.
I myself didn't know what it was until I saw Ebro post a picture of the statue and then a picture of Martin Luther King and Coretta Scott-King. I didn't know what it was before. I actually literally did not know where it came from.
But Laura, I'm not an art expert. Isn't part of art, though, interpreting things and looking at things and having it create thought and conversation? Isn't that literally what art is?
Yes, but you also have the right to not like it.
Sure, I understand that, but Ebro's entire political piece behind it just may not be founded here. Like, I get it, but
No,
like this
it's
is
founded because it's founded because it's fact, bro. The fact is you don't see black people embracing in a statue anywhere. You don't. And you don't see black faces that often on statues unless it's getting beaten, recovering from some war, or some sort of serious face. You just don't see it. That's all. And it's not this
I hear
artist's
that.
fault.
I
It's
hear
not-
that.
It's not this. It's not an indictment of the artist at all. Right. At all. It's an indictment of what you saw, Rosenberg, are people who are triggered from a history
right,
of
sure.
being erased.
But you're lashing out at the wrong thing. You should be
I
lashing
just
out
said
at every other statue.
Literally,
not
literally,
this statue.
No, I'm the statue is up in a society, in a public that is indicative of this erasure of black people. And maybe the artist's intention was what's happening right now.
That would be the argument, probably, because art is supposed to create conversation.
It's supposed to create convo.
What other statues do we talk about this weekend?
But acting like black people shouldn't be triggered by the fact that we're like, yo, so we don't get to see their faces? You know how important black faces are?
Right.
But
they're very unique.
But
nobody looks like black people, fam.
But that's why you should be mad at all the other places where black people are not
We
shown.
are.
Not the
we
place
are,
where
but those
it is
statues,
shown.
we're mad at those
All
too.
right.
It doesn't make sense. I'm sorry.
We got enough mad to go around.